have a stack of 12 brand new amigurumi books. There are knitting and crochet books here, and they are so heavy. Plus, I have a special giveaway of one signed book, and I don't want you to miss it. I've left links for all of the books and resources I'm going to be talking about in the description box below. But I do want to go ahead and apologize because after this video, the list of all of the projects that you're going to want to make is about to get exponentially longer, and I do apologize, but I just couldn't help myself. These are some of my most favorite amigurumi books that I have ever reviewed. The kind folks from Meteor Books sent me these 3 amigurumi books to review. Now, none of these were published in 2024, but they're all brand new to me. One thing I love about Meteor Books is that it contains QR codes for any of the stitches that you need to learn, and by clicking on that QR code, it's going to take you to video tutorials, and that is a super handy tool to have in your back pocket. The very first book that we're going to look at is Amigurumi Treasures by Arena Lee, and Arena is one of my absolute, hands down, most favorite amigurumi designers. Now, this is the first book in the series, and I already have the second and third books, and I don't know why I didn't have the first one, but this one is, oh my goodness. Let me show you what I made. This is Charlie the platypus. Is he not the most adorable little guy you've ever seen? I love this guy so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to tell you about him in just a minute. Let me get back to the book. In this book, you'll find 15 of the absolute most adorable patterns to choose from. Not only will you find Charlie the platypus, but you'll find Ming the kitten, Lily the bunny, George the dodo, Rosie the fawn, Ormond the giraffe, Lottie the ladybug, Jimmy the meerkat, Daisy May the pig. I'm feeling myself getting so excited reading these, so I apologize if I'm getting louder and talking faster. I'm going to slow down. Dougie the dog, Burberry the sheep, Walter the squirrel, Kenneth the sloth, Victoria the swan, and Rex the dinosaur. I almost made Rex. This one is just so cute. But in the end, I had to make little Charlie the platypus, and I used Yarn Art Jeans, which is a No. 2 fine weight yarn. It's 55% cotton and 45% acrylic, and it works so well for amigurumi. I used a 2.5mm crochet hook, and what's interesting is that I picked up this hook that I've had in my crochet hook stash for a really long time. I don't even remember when I got it, but it's the Addy Comfort Grip crochet hook, and I am loving it. There's something about how long the crochet hook is that I really like. The metal is also super smooth, and I highly recommend this crochet hook if you're looking for a new one. I don't need to buy any. I have more than I could ever use in a lifetime, but I'm really glad that I found this one in my stash. When I'm not crocheting or knitting, I still like to do fun, cozy things like playing the hidden object game June's Journey. This 1920s detective mobile game focuses on June Parker, who's on a quest to solve the murder of her sister and uncover her family's many secrets. In each scene, your job is to find the hidden objects to help June get her next clue. It's so much fun hunting around these different locations looking for each one of the items. To complete each level, you'll return to that room, look for the same objects, and then find new ones. On the way, you'll earn clues to help June solve the mystery, plus you'll open new, exciting places to explore. This is such a fun way to pass the time when I need to take a break from crocheting and to give my poor muscles a break. Download June's Journey for free by clicking the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on the screen. It's available on Android and iOS devices as well as on your PC through Facebook. Thank you so much to June's Journey for sponsoring today's video. The next book is Unicorn, Dragons, and More Fantasy Amigurumi 3. This is full of the most amazing, fantastical amigurumi patterns. I know you're gonna love it. This book was published in September of 2023, so it's fairly new, and you'll find 14 of the most amazing patterns. There's Hector the Cyclops, Akiko the Unicorn, Elio the Dragon, Alba the Jackalope, the Grim Reaper, Fuyuka the Kitsune, Eriday the Woodland Pixie, Alwyn the Wizard, the Selkie Morgana, Sophia from Unicorn Wonderland, Tato the Troll, Orion the Chimera, Maisie the Kraken, and May the Sprite. One thing I love about this book is that each of the patterns was created by a different amigurumi designer, like Green Frog Crochet, Amorpho Crochet, and Lex in Stitches, just to name a few. The final Meteor book is Dress Up Amigurumi by Maid Lennon, and this one is such a fun book, and it comes with 4 different characters and 25 different outfits to choose from. You'll find Hugo the bear, Becca the deer, Duncan the dog, and Ray the elephant. What's really fun about this book is that you can mix and match all of the different animals and the outfits, or you could just make one animal and make all of the outfits, especially if you have a young child in your life and they love to do all of the little dress up stuff. This would be so much fun. And some of my favorite outfits are the fisherman, the cowboy, the cupid, the firefighter, the knight, and the pajama set. There are so many different outfits to choose from, and you can even mix and match those to create a one-of-a-kind amigurumi toy. The next book is Crochet Furry Friends by Ashley Parker from The Loopy Lamb. Ashley was so kind and she sent me 2 books, one for me and one to give away to one of you. Let's look at the book first and then I'll let you know how you can enter to win. This is one of the most unique crochet books because all of the patterns are created with faux fur yarn. Faux fur can be really tricky to work with, but Ashley has given you all of the information that you need to choose the right yarns and all the tips and tricks for working with faux fur yarn. And every time I look at these patterns, I literally squeal with delight because they are so adorable. And each of the patterns are marked for difficulty so that you can choose the right one for your skill level. There's Sherman the sheep, Barrington bear, Elliot elephant, Abby axolotl, Sid sloth, Lucy unicorn, Beatrice bunny, Pierre penguin, Ollie owl, Patty panda, Bella bat, Elliot elephant, and Sammy skunk. And if you would like to win your own copy of Crochet Furry Friends, you'll find a link in the description box to a Google form where you can put in your information. And on April 6th, I will choose a winner and I will send you an email. And just note that there will be no notifications in the comments section below. And the giveaway is open worldwide. This next book holds such a special place in my heart, and it's The Knitting Peter Rabbit by Claire Garland of Dot Pebbles Knits. This is one of the most beautiful pattern books that I have ever come across, and I'm not surprised because everything that Claire Garland makes and designs is magical. Claire has such a talent for bringing animals to life with yarn. They are truly spectacular. I read the Beatrix Potter stories to my children over and over again when they were small, so these really do hold a very special place in my heart. The book contains 12 different knitted toy patterns. You've got Peter Rabbit, of course, Benjamin Bunny, Flopsy Bunny, Mrs. Tiggywinkle, Tom Kitten, Squirrel Nutkin, Mr. Jeremy Fisher, Jemima Puddle Duck, the Tailor of Gloucester, Mr. Todd, and my children were deathly afraid of that story, Tommy Brock, another character that my children were terrified of, and Samuel Whiskers. What's unique about this book is that all of the characters are knitted, but then the clothes are sewn from felt. And you'll find all of the knitting patterns, obviously, in the book, but at the back, you'll also find the templates for being able to cut out all of the felt pieces to sew those little clothes. Almost 2 years ago, my husband, my son, and I went to England, and we had the great privilege of going to a Beatrix Potter exhibit at the Victoria and Albert Museum. It's one of my fondest memories, and I got to walk through and see some of her original art, little cards that she made, handwritten letters, and even this beautiful, spectacular wedding quilt from her parents. That was such a special moment for me, and this book perfectly captures the magic of Peter Rabbit and his world. We're switching back to crochet, and this designer has been recommended to me over and over again. Crochet Impkins by Megan Lapp is one of the most unique amigurumi books that I have ever seen. This book is meant for you to be able to create your very own unique character, an impkin. You don't just open up the book and crochet a pattern, you're going to choose each one of the features to create a totally unique toy. You'll choose from each one of the categories: body styles, antenna, belly styles, ears, face styles, hat and hairstyles, horns and antlers, scales, tails, wings, clothing, neck ornamentation, and accessories. What's nice is that there's also an impkin planning sheet so that you can keep track of where each page number is for each one of the different styles that you have chosen. This is such a fun book, and it's perfect for those of you that want something a little outside of the box. This next book is just so precious. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. It's The Knitting Mouse Family, and this was self-published by Pelushka Bunny. I've been admiring her toy designs on Instagram and Etsy for quite some time, and I was really excited to see her book on Amazon. This book contains a pattern for a large mouse and a baby mouse. And then you'll find a collection of different outfits for each of the mice. There are summer outfits and winter outfits, and I love the little Christmas dungarees, the boots, the hat, the scarf, and the cardigan. And you're also going to find outfits for the baby mice, like the outfit for a little girl and the Christmas outfits for the baby mice. You'll also find QR codes throughout the book to help you to learn the different stitches that you'll need to create these patterns. I love that you could create an entire little family of mice and all of their little clothing and accessories. When I saw the bright, happy plants on the cover of Kawaii Crochet Garden, I knew I needed to have it in my life. It contains 40 super cute crochet patterns for plants and more. And what's interesting about this book is that the patterns are organized by color. This is perfect for those of us who love plants, but we can only keep the crocheted versions alive. This next book is near and dear to my heart. It's Crochet You. Crochet patterns for dolls, clothes, and accessories as unique as you are. This is a collection of crochet doll patterns for children with different abilities. As a mother of an adult son with special needs, this makes my heart so happy. You'll find the basic doll, and there are going to be different variations. But what makes this book completely unique is the section about essential aids. You're going to find patterns for things like an AFO. This is something that my son had to wear from the time he was a tiny baby. It's like a leg brace that children, especially with cerebral palsy, need to wear to keep their legs straight and to keep those muscles stretched out. He absolutely hated wearing an AFO. He always fought it, but I still have his very first one that is teeny tiny, and it is absolutely adorable. And to see it in a crocheted version is absolutely amazing. You'll also find a leg prosthesis for children who are missing a limb, crutches, a wheelchair, glasses, a hearing aid, a cochlear implant, feeding tubes and accessories, an assistance dog, and a bunny and a teddy bear. And in the doll variation section, you're going to find ways to customize the patterns if a child has vitiligo, if they have limb loss, either the arm or the leg, Down syndrome, and even scars. This is just one of the most beautiful pattern books because it represents children who have all different abilities, and I think it is absolutely wonderful when you can show a child a doll that looks just like them. If you're one of the many crocheters who love micro amigurumi, have I got the book for you. 100 Micro Amigurumi contains patterns for teeny tiny little crochet projects. There are 9 different categories to choose from, like fairy woodland, about town, fruit and veg, food, animals, back to school, travel, space, sea life, myth, and legend. And if you're brand new to Micro Amigurumi, the author has a whole section about different crochet threads, crochet hooks, and how to choose the right one for the project. And as I was looking through the book, I found patterns that used a crochet hook size of 0.5 millimeters. The largest I saw was 1.25 millimeters. I've never even used that before, so I'm blown away. These patterns are so incredibly cute, and I am tempted to get myself some thread and one of those teeny tiny crochet hooks and just try it. This next book is full of the cutest, chubbiest crocheted amigurumi toys. It's Chonky Amigurumi. It contains 20 different patterns for characters, all made with super bulky polyester yarn. Think Bernat blanket. There are 4 different categories of patterns. Woodland creatures, there's a possum, an owl, a raccoon, a frog, and a hedgehog. There are mystical creatures, a unicorn, Mothman, a phoenix, a dragon, and a jackalope. There are sea creatures, a jellyfish, an axolotl, a sea otter, a manatee, and a penguin. And there are jungle animals, a sloth, a red panda, an alligator, a toucan, and a giraffe. I got really interested in this book and I started reading about the author, and her name is Sarah Chichek, and you probably already know her from TikTok as Fanatical Fibers. She started crocheting in her youth and then, like a lot of us, didn't pick it up again until she had a near-death experience, and she picked up crochet as a way to cope with her new chronic illness. And during the pandemic, she turned to TikTok and now has a massive audience of over 600,000 followers. You gotta check her out, and these are some of the cutest patterns. The next book is another knitting one, and it is the knitting book Tiger Family. This is also by Pelushka Bunny. You'll find patterns for Mr. Tiger, Uncle Leon the Lion, Mrs. Tiger, and their Tiger Cub twins. And you'll also find knitted outfits for all of them, and they are so gorgeous. You need to check out the knitted cardigan for Mr. Tiger. It is this beautiful Fair Isle sweater, and I absolutely love it. This is the kind of projects that I really love that are super detailed, but they're so cute. I hope you enjoyed all of the amazing crocheted and knitted toy books, and that it inspired you to pick up your crochet hook or your knitting needles and make something magical today. Remember to download June's Journey from the link in the description box or by scanning the QR code. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Stay safe and happy stitching.